nation in this hour of need. It's up to 151 countries. So when we say our nation, to help our nation in this hour of need, it's up to 151 countries. So when we say our nation and the world, when you think of it, 151 countries. Somebody said to me today that wasn't in this particular world, they didn't know that we had that many countries. 151 countries, that's something. Somebody said to me today that wasn't in this particular world, they didn't know that we had that many countries. That wasn't in this particular world.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Why choose this as our goal?
Everybody at NASA, the engineers were like, no, we aren't. We have no technology to do anything near that. But here the president just put that marker out there.
We're going to Mars. We're stopping at the moon. The moon is actually a launching pad. That's why we're stopping at the moon. I said, hey, we've already done the moon. That's not so exciting. They said, no, sir, it's a launching pad for Mars. So we'll be doing the moon, but we'll really be doing Mars.
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
It's really being done as a launch for Mars. Is that correct?
That's right. We're building a habitat in orbit around the moon, a space station in orbit around the moon, and that will be launching in 2022. And once that is deployed, that will be modified into a Mars ship that will take us all the way to Mars. And between now and then, we want to build a sustainable architecture at the moon. We need to learn how to live and work on another world for long periods of time. And then we go to Mars, because when you go to Mars, Earth and Mars, we're only aligned on the same side of the sun once every 24 months, or 26 months. What that means is we have to be willing to stay.
Right.
We need to learn how to live and work on another world.
I see. Yeah, right.
So that's what the moon is all about.
That's going to be very interesting. Well, it's very exciting times. And outside of that, you've done a hell of a job.
Just trying to keep up.
It just brought you back to Earth a little bit.
We were definitely brought back to Earth.
Foolish Earthling, totally unprepared for the effects of time travel.
The future does not belong to globalists. The future belongs to patriots.
And I think the president's broader point is that he's looking towards the future. He's a visionary. He's being positive and patriotic.
The president outlined a vision for the future. The president outlined a vision for stronger and safer communities.
And I think that's pretty obvious to everybody. It's all about space, the next war-fighting domain.
This detector is to show how energy became matter in experiments deep below the Earth. Science fiction has become reality.
Goes back to Goat Lab. This goes back to the Operation Paperclip. When the scientists were brought over, they brought a technology that they were already learning under Mengele and the other scientists, and I believe again dark powers guided them. What we don't hear on the secular side of it is the vast development of the underground, the demonic side of this, and I believe a technology that they have come up with to in their version, their own words, to create the troops of Antichrist for the future.
Okay, what we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. about them. And there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now aren't.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
But then as time has gone on and these videos have come out that have shown these crafts and shown them with the Tic Tac craft that was off of San Diego that was blocking their tracking devices, and then went from 60,000 feet to 0 feet above sea level in less than a second. They have no idea what the fuck it is. They have no idea what it's doing. And the guys down there in San Diego who are in the military were saying, we're seeing them all the time. We see them every couple weeks. They don't know what they are. They think they're docking with something under the water sometimes.
The U.S. government has physical evidence of some sort of vehicle made not on this earth. Is it what it sounds like?
Well, it sounds that way to me, Tucker. I just, I never want to speculate what the government truly has, but I would say there's stuff out there. I mean, the four of us that chased the Tic Tac in 2004 have attested to it multiple times that what we saw exceeded anything that we had in our inventory, far superior to the airplanes that we were flying in at the time they were brand new. So,
I mean, if there are super intelligent aliens out there, they're probably already observing us. Imagine you're very confident that we were going to be visited by super intelligent aliens in, let's say, 10 years or 20 years at the most. Super intelligent.
So you think within 20 years we'll have alien in Earth?
Well, digital super intelligence will be like an alien.
It will be like an alien.
Yeah. Maybe they're among us. I don't know.
Have the files about Area 51 and UFOs, and I go through everything to find out what happened. Right. Did you do that?
That's why you will not be president. That's the first thing that you would do. The aliens won't let it happen. You reveal all their secrets. They exercise strict control over us.
Because I believe that there is life beyond us. I've said it on the show. I believe in Area 51. I believe that Trump knows about Area 51. I think it has pictures of aliens. I think he would be very interested in that. And I think he knows about that. I really do. And I think it's real, and I'm willing to get on.
So last question. Before you leave office, will you let us know if there's aliens? Because I want to know what's going on. Would you ever open up Roswell and let us know what's really going on there?
So many people ask me that question. There are millions and millions of people that want to go there, that want to see it. I won't talk to you about what I know about it, but it's very interesting.
So you're saying you may declassify it? You'll take it?
Well, I'll have to think about that one, right? As you know, China, Russia, perhaps others started off a lot sooner than us. We should have started this a long time ago, but we've made up for it in spades. We have developed some of the most incredible weapons anyone's ever seen.
There's something flying over the river.
camp. And there's something that keeps coming in and out of view. I'm going to try to zoom in. It's like really weird. Like you see like three of them joining together and then like they split and they rejoin. It's going like behind the tree line. I'm zoomed in.
Was that a flash?
Whoa, look at that.
What is that? That's an airplane. Breaking.
That's our basket going on.
Look, what the fuck is that?
Oh, fuck, you can't see it. Look, mira. Atrás, mira. Mira. Mira, primero eran tres luces.
Look, there they are. They're right there. Look, there they go right there. Look.
Right behind each other, look.
Tell Pilot to look at it.
They're not airplanes. They're not fucking airplanes.
Siga, llegar a la toma. O llámeme a Chelita. Es como si se dan unidas.
Iran's leading independent news agency claims documents leaked by Edward Snowden provide, quote, incontrovertible proof that an alien or extraterrestrial intelligence agenda is driving U.S. domestic and international policy.
An explosion was reported today at a power station in the central Iranian province of Isfahan. Into this ongoing saga in Iran, first of all, what do you make of this series of mysterious incidents, some of them still unexplained? Could it be that there's foreign involvement inside Iran?
And of course, there is the possibility that there is some entity, foreign entity or other opposition entity that orchestrating this kind of system.
The entire world seems to be in the grip of a demonic, otherworldly power, which is sucking mankind down into oblivion with demonic depravity, secret societies, black robes. All the occultism of the world is now in your face. Most people have no idea of the severity and the perimeters of how big this thing really is. It's in banking, it's in religion, government. It is a cancer that's eating up the body politics of the earth, period. So it is, I believe, a war between the good and evil, between the darkness and light, between God and the devil.
I just want to end by saying that we're all in this together, all of us. I have never seen anything like it. The unity, the esprit de corps, the spirit, I've never seen anything like it. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Unfortunately, the enemy is death. It's death. A lot of people are dying.
Do ye not find me waiting as a fool? Fools to dream ye conquer care. Hey, thou mocking spirit, it is not all a dream.
That's what we have, is we have the American dream. And nobody's going to shatter the American dream, not the anarchists, not the agitators, not the fools, not the looters. They're not going to have any impact on the national dream like no other.
Our fellowship ends thee for a space. I spit upon your fire.
Well, night owls in a remote part of Western Australia captured a stunning green fireball streaking across the night sky.
Yeah, this would grab your attention. Astronomers believe that this was asteroid 2002 NN4. It was scheduled to pass Earth. Let's hope that's what it was.
What's up? What is that actually?
You gave an interview the other day in which you said you've been briefed on unidentified flying objects. Are they real?
I'm not a believer, but we have had people saying that they've seen things into that particular world. You know, I guess anything's possible.
I actually want to ask about UFOs. Several media reports this week disclosed sorry.
I was going to say, I don't know if that's a coincidence or not. I feel like I already want to pass on this question, given that you've got aliens sitting among you.
Just moments ago, President Trump tweeted that White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders will be stepping down.
We're reading more and more reports of Navy pilots seeing lots and lots of UFOs. They do say, I mean, I've seen and I've read and I've heard, and I did have one very brief meeting on it, but people are saying they're seeing UFOs. Do I believe it? Not particularly. Rich people like to send up rocket ships, so between Bezos and Elon Musk and others, we're leasing them our launch facilities, which you can't get. There are no launch facilities like this. This is big stuff. So we're in Texas and Florida. We're leasing them our facilities so they can send up whatever they want to send up. It's okay with us. And they've actually done very well. They've said they've had great success, but rich people in this country, I don't know about your country, but they like building rocket ships and sending them up, and it's okay with us.
President Trump is suggesting the 2020 election should be delayed.
President Donald Trump has raised the notion of delaying the upcoming election scheduled for November this year.
President Donald Trump has suggested delaying the U.S. presidential election scheduled for November.
We staged elections during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln was reelected during the Civil War. We staged elections during the Second World War. We've staged elections during other pandemics. We have done it all. And the idea for an incumbent to suggest that we would delay an election now while he is in power is, of course, totally out of character.
Astronomers are keeping an eye on an asteroid some believe could pass within 300 miles of Earth around November 2nd, 2020.
President Trump today doubled down on his support for a fringe doctor who's spreading lies about the coronavirus.
I was very impressed by her. Know nothing about her. I had never seen her before, but certainly you could put her up and let her have a voice.
I came here to Washington, D.C. to tell America nobody needs to get sick. This virus has a cure. It is called hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and Zitromax.
There was a woman who was spectacular in her statements about it, that she's had tremendous success with it.
President Trump once again saying he supports that controversial doctor. That doctor has said in the past that demons and witches have caused illnesses.
Even after learning she claims demons and witches cause illnesses.
One final way that's new and is promising is called the RNA vaccine. With RNA and DNA, instead of putting that shape in, you put instructions in the code to make that shape.
She's also made videos saying that doctors make medicine using DNA from aliens and that they're trying to create a vaccine.
I thought she was very impressive. I thought her voice was an important voice, but I know nothing about her.
You know, the president is now promoting a doctor whose viral video has been very popular suddenly among QAnon conspiracy theorists and COVID deniers. She's a doctor from Houston who also believes that women can be physically impregnated by witches in their dreams.
It's what we call astra-sex. That means this person is not really a demon or Nephilim. It's just a human being that's a witch. And they astra project and sleep with people.
Americans must never lose sight of this miraculous story. should never lose sight of it. Nobody has ever done it like we have done it. So today, under the authority vested in me as President of the United States, I am announcing the creation of a new monument to the giants of our past. To the giants of our past. The giants of our past.
So we are dealing with a time in which the giants walk the earth, but not only giants, all kinds of hybrid entities.
The Creator formed us on the second day, the day He made the heavens. We watched over Adam and Eve, saw their frailty and their love, and then we saw their fall, and we pitied them. We were not stoned then, but light. It was not our place to interfere, yet we chose to try and help mankind, and when we disobeyed the Creator, He punished us. We were encrusted by your world. Rock and mud shackled our fiery glow. Still we taught mankind all we knew of creation.
But see, this is where Jesus is absolutely going to blow the lid on these guys. For he said there's nothing that's been hidden that won't be made known. There's nothing that's been concealed.
today we will set history and history's records straight. Before these figures were immortalized in stone, they were American giants in full flesh and blood, gallant men whose intrepid deeds unleashed the greatest leap of human advancement the world has ever known.
This is the plan. They want the return of course, the famous phrase, the return of the Nephilim.
Today we thank God for the gift of life and for the blessing of liberty. We honor the legends of our history, the glories of our founding fathers, and the giants of the past, the heroes of today, who keep us safe, who keep us strong and proud, and who keep us free.
The history that the Illuminists, the Globalists, the Satanists, those who control the history, they do not want any reference back to the God of the Old Testament, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. They don't want to even acknowledge He exists.
As He died to make men holy, let us die to make men free while God is marching on.
And it's fair to assume that it's already been deciphered and they're going by the playbook. So the fallen angels obviously knew that their day would come again on the earth to be released.
One day, Jesus is coming. You may be at church. You may be at work. You may be asleep. God grant that you will be ready when He makes His personal appearance. My God, what if His appearance occurs on a Sunday morning? My prophetic word to you this morning is get ready, get ready.